I think there's a massive misconception when it comes to trading, work, life, and just anything in general, is the fact that we are in competition with someone, and that's completely far from the truth. We're not in competition with anyone. The only person that you're supposed to be competing against is the person that you were yesterday, and the day before, and the day before that. Your main objective in life is to become a better person at least 1% per day than you were yesterday. Whether that's physically, mentally, emotionally, money wise, literally anything. You are in competition with yourself, and that's what some people do not realize. They think that because people see on social media everyone posting, their lifestyle and stuff like that. And a lot of the times it's not even a reality. Like their lifestyles aren't even real. So they build a false reality to some of these people, and these people believe that that's someone's lives. Now, I'm not saying that none of these people live the life that they post on social media and stuff like that. But what I'm trying to get at is that fact that they try to make other people jealous of what they have accomplished, and that jealousy gets to these people, and they start thinking to themselves like, "Wow, I'm super behind, and my whole goal is I could be better than this person." Or like someone sees another person on social media and gets mad at them because they have achieved something that you haven't, and you get mad at that person. That's literally just like jealousy, and you're just trying to be comparing yourself to another person. The whole goal within anything that you do in your life is literally so you can be in competition with yourself. There's no other competition. Everyone came from a different part of lives. It's like a fingerprint. Everyone's fingerprint is different. No one has the exact same fingerprint. The same goes for everyone's background. No one has the exact same background. Everyone came from certain things, and some people might be better off. Some people might have a better head start. Some people might have a shitty head start, and they don't get the right cards in life and stuff like that. So it's like they compare themselves to other people. But the problem is, once you're comparing yourself to another person, you're not even focusing on yourself. You have to only focus on you and yourself, and that's it. No one else. That's the misconception that a lot of people have. I used to, when people used to text me on Discord asking me, how do I stop comparing myself to another person? And I made this video a long time ago. I said this one reference. I used to run track in high school, and the biggest thing was that my coach said was never look at another person in front of you, because once you start looking over to your left and right, you start leaning closer to that direction that you're looking. And the biggest thing is, if you step on the line, you get disqualified. So even if you put your foot entirely on that line, you get disqualified. And a lot of people would get disqualified because they're not paying attention in their own lane. They're literally looking in front of, or like to their left of them, to the right of them. Oh, that guy's in front of me. I gotta, he's gonna beat me. He's gonna beat me. You can't be focusing like that. The main goal is to focus on yourself. Now, obviously, track is a competition. You're trying to beat the other person. And you have to try your best to actually try to beat that person. But like a lot of people, they think that life is a competition. Life is not a competition. You're not competing for a medal prize. The whole point in life is so you can financially secure yourself and for your future family and you know that you're going to be secure. That's the whole point in life. And like a lot of for example, I used to compare myself to a lot of older people with homes, people with cars, with people who are like genuinely have created like a good amount of wealth, but they're like 20 years, 30 years older than I am. And I compare myself to those people because I want those standards for my life. Like I want to be able to have those things that they have. Like I want to live a comfortable life that they're probably living right now. And I'm only 21. I'm about to be 21. They've lived my life 2 times, maybe even 3 times that I have. And I used to compare myself to them all the time. And I'm like, they came from a different time stamp in life. They had different opportunities. They had different things in their lives. And it was probably harder to get those things that they have right now. Now, for us, it's a lot easier because we have this thing right here. We have this thing right here. You could just click start recording and record yourself, post it, and you could potentially make money from it. We have so many opportunities nowadays that it's like we are able to create wealth a lot faster than a lot of these people did back in the day that are, like I was saying, 20, 30, 40 years ahead of us. Okay? So my biggest takeaway from this, and I was actually thinking about this today, and because I started to kind of slip away and started to think about, other people in front of me. And I started to kind of get like upset with myself that I'm not working harder. I'm not working hard enough, and I need to work harder. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing to have. But at the same time, a lot of people, they get that misconception of, comparing themselves, and they get depressed about it. And they're like, oh, like, dude, this guy's in front of me, bro. How am I going to catch up? How am I going to catch up? The only way you have to catch up is literally just by working your ass off. And that's it. And eventually you'll be, right behind them, or maybe you'll even be in front of them. David Goggins talked about this one story one time where he said, like, I listen to David Goggins a lot. If you guys know who David Goggins is, phenomenal guy. He wrote a book. I talked about it in this YouTube a couple times. Here, I'll actually show you it because it's a very, very good book. I'm going to show you right now. It's called Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Phenomenal book. If you have not read it, I literally encourage you to read it. I'm sure if you can't afford probably like $10, $15 on Amazon, read it online. It's a free EDF or PDF books online that you can find. You can find YouTube videos, audiobooks, whatever. They're all free. Listen to the book while you're working out, while you're driving, whatever. It is a very, very good book that I can guarantee you will change the way you think about life. Okay, now getting back to what I was talking about earlier, he talked about this one time where he did not want to work. He felt like he didn't want to work out. And he's like, to be honest, bro, no one's going to know if I don't do it, right? But then the second he said that in his head, the next thought was, there's someone working harder than me right now. Okay, and he's not comparing himself to that person, but he's basically saying that, like, there is someone working harder than me right now that wants it more. That person that's working harder than me wants his goals better than I do. So why should I be slacking off? And like I said, this isn't him comparing himself to this other person, but this is him telling himself, hey, I got to get off my ass and go do something, because if I don't, then I'm not going to get anywhere. So I'm leaving you guys with this. Don't compare yourself. Put the blinders on. You know how horses, they have the blinders, they could only see what's in front of them. That's the whole point in life. You always have to look in front of you. How you can improve better, how you can become a better person, how you can be more happier, more fulfilled in life. That's the main purpose of life. You have to be fulfilled within life. God didn't put you here on this earth to be depressed and work for someone else and be stuck in a little cubicle and, live your life for a little paycheck. No, the purpose of life is to wake up every morning, thank the Lord for the beautiful day that He has given you, and be happy. So do whatever it takes to bring that happiness to yourself while still becoming a better person than you were yesterday.